In a quiet village surrounded by thick forest, there was a calabash no one was allowed to open. Not because it was empty, but because what lived inside it had once destroyed an entire family. But one girl ignored the warning, and what followed her did not stop until everything was gone. In the village of Umuaka, there lived a young girl named Ada. Ada was known for one thing: stubbornness. If you told her, "Don't go there," that was exactly where she would go. If you said, "Don't touch this," her hand would be the first to touch it. Her mother would always warn her, "Ada, one day your ears would put you in trouble." But Ada would laugh. To her, warnings were just noise. At the far end of the village lived an old woman named Mama Enkem. She lived alone, no husband, no children. People said her family died mysteriously. Others said something followed them. Her compound was quiet, too quiet. Children were forbidden from going near it, especially one thing in her house: a small covered calabash. One afternoon, Ada followed her friends to fetch firewood. They passed near Mama Enkem's compound. Immediately, the others turned back. "We are not passing here," one girl said. But Ada stopped. "Why?" They whispered. "There is something in that house, something that should not be seen." Ada's eyes lit up. Curiosity, danger's best friend. The next day, Ada went back alone. She stood at the entrance of Mama Enkem's compound. Silence. Even the birds were quiet. She stepped in, slowly, carefully. Then she saw it. Inside the hut, a calabash, covered with red cloth, placed in the center of the room as if it mattered. As Ada moved closer, a voice spoke behind her. "Did I call you?" Ada froze. Mama Enkem stood at the door. Her eyes were sharp, not old, not weak, sharp. "Why are you here?" Ada stuttered. I was just passing." Mama Enkem looked at her for a long time, then said, "If you ever enter my house again, do not touch that calabash." Her voice dropped. "Or you will carry what you cannot return." Ada nodded quickly and ran. That night, Ada could not sleep. Her mind replayed the calabash. Why was it so important? What was inside? Why was it covered? The warning echoed, "Do not touch it." Ada smiled in the dark. "I must see what is inside." Days later, she returned. This time, Mama Enkem was not around. The hut was open, the calabash still there, waiting. Ada's heart beat fast. "I will just open it small." She stepped closer, removed the cloth, opened the calabash. At first, nothing happened. Then, a cold wind blew inside the hut. The air became heavy. Then she heard it, a whisper from inside the calabash. "Finally." Ada dropped it. Something like smoke, but darker, rose slowly. It moved, it breathed, it turned towards her. Ada ran. She did not stop until she reached home. That night, she felt something strange, like someone was watching her from inside the room. But she was alone. Then she noticed it, a mark on her arm, black, spreading slowly. Days passed. Ada changed. She stopped playing, stopped laughing. She would sit alone, staring at nothing. At night, she talked, but no one was there. Her mother became afraid. "Ada, who are you talking to?" Ada smiled. "You cannot see them." One night, her mother awoke to drink water. She heard voices from Ada's room. Not one voice, many, whispering, laughing. She opened the door slowly, and what she saw made her scream. Ada was standing in the middle of the room, surrounded by shadows, moving, alive. The next morning, they rushed to Mama Enkem, crying, begging, "Please, save our daughter." Mama Enkem looked at Ada, then shook her head slowly. "I warned her." Her mother fell to her knees. "Please, she is all I have." Mama Nkem sighed. What she opened cannot be closed easily. Mama Nkem revealed the secret. That calabash contains wandering spirits. They look for bodies to stay. Once released, they do not leave empty. Ada was no longer fully herself. She had become a home. Mama Nkem agreed to try. That night, they performed a ritual. Fire, chants, sacrifice. The spirits screamed. Ada screamed louder. The spirits fought violently. Suddenly, everything stopped. Silence. Then Ada collapsed. Her mother rushed to her. "Ada! Ada!" She was breathing, alive but weak. Mama Nkem sat quietly, exhausted. For a moment, it seemed over. But as they carried Ada home, Mama Nkem looked at her shadow and her face changed. There were 2 shadows, not 1. Weeks later, Ada returned to normal, or so everyone thought. But sometimes when she passed by people, they would feel cold, very cold. And at night, in her room, 2 voices would whisper, not 1. Some warnings are not meant to scare you. They are meant to save you. Because once you open what should remain closed, it may never close again.